Now, back to WFO Radio, NHRA Nitro.
Our next interview is big breaking news. That's what I think it is, in that we have got a new competitor in pro stock for this weekend at the Mopar Express Lane Nationals out there in Reading and maybe beyond. We're talking about Aaron Stanfield. Aaron Stanfield runs in Top Dragster. Aaron Stanfield runs in Superstock. Aaron Stanfield tunes several Stanfield-prepared factory stock showdown cars in the Samtech Factory Stock Showdown. But now he is getting an opportunity to go back to his pro stock roots. You may recall early on in his career when he was a teenager, he got a couple of starts in pro stock. Now he will be back. We are just seconds away from hearing from Aaron Stanfield as he gets ready to go out and play the role of spoiler in the NHRA Countdown. The kid's got good lights. The kid's a good driver, at least as we've seen so far. And now he is going to be in a great car provided by, well, I'll just let him tell you. First, I want to thank Total Seal Piston Rings, the leader in ring seal technology. Whatever your application, they can custom make piston rings. They're highly involved in high performance, including pro stock, IndyCar, NASCAR, so that they can learn and apply it to the piston rings used in everyday cars. TotalSeal.com. They even make tools. Check them out, TotalSeal.com. MagicDryUS.com. If you've got a shop, you should be using Magic Dry. Why? Well, it works better. It's organic, and it's lighter if you have to travel with your absorbent. It is the official organic absorbent of the NHRA. Plus, they support Scott Palmer and WFO Radio. FrankHawley.com. Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School. Go get your Super Comp or Super Gas license or Top Alcohol license. Stop talking about it. Get involved in this game, baby. Or just go for a thrill ride on the Dragster Adventure. You and the fam, you and the wife, you and your friends, buddies, bachelor party, whatever you want to do. Get out there with Frank at the Dragster Adventure. It makes a great gift for someone. Holidays are coming. Go to FrankHawley.com. Rodax Coffee and Grills.com. Marvin Rodax, hot sauces and spice rubs. Everything good. The WFO Radio blend of coffee. Did you know we have our own blend of coffee? It is awesome. The WFO Radio blend. Rodax Coffee and Grills.com. Samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. Start your education at full speed. For instance, Motorsport EFI tuning. You think about all the young people that are out there making a living, knowing what their parents don't know anything about, right? In world of motorsports. That can be you. They have EFI courses. They have blockhead CNC programs. They accept the GI Bill for approved veterans. Go to samtech.edu. Start your education at full speed. Very important stuff. Talking about Hankstafers.com, Hankstafers Metalworking Lubricants, and HusseyPerformance.net, all involved on WFO Radio. Big sponsors, thank you so much, and thank you for letting me tell you who they are. And the next time you need one of those products, you'll think of these people. And that's why you listen to WFO. All right, breaking news. Joining us now will be running pro stock this weekend at the Mopar Express Nationals out there in Reading, Maple Grove, and I think this is a great story for pro stock. We might call him the spoiler. Who knows what will happen? Joining us now, Aaron Stanfield. Aaron, welcome back to WFO Radio. How are you?
Good, Joe. Thanks for having me on here. Always a pleasure.
I am thrilled. I got a couple of text messages, clandestine text messages, about what was going on with you running pro stock. And then, of course, I waited and checked the entry list, and here you are, and now we're having you on the show. So why don't you break the news as to what is going down? You have pro stock experience in the past. You ran the U.S. Nationals. You got a round win against Jeggy. You're a very talented driver in Top Dragster and Super Stock, basically whatever you race. So what's going on?
Well, it was kind of a spur of the moment, and the Janik brothers and JD and Teresa Kaufman with JC3 Energy decided to help me partner up with the Elite Motorsports, and we're going to race the countdown races and see if we can be a little added factor.
Wow! So you're going to run not just Reading, you're going to run all 6 countdown races in an elite prepared Camaro Pro Stocker.
As of right now, that's the plan, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm excited.
I can bet. All right, so let's go back to your Pro Stock debut. To me, I recall it was, the U.S. Nationals. Maybe you ran one race or a couple of races, but you were doing well in your first stint driving a Pro Stock car. When did that all go down?
I think I was 19 years old. I had talked my dad into letting me go out and do some burnouts in his old Pro Stock car that had been sitting there for a while. And then the deal came around with Chris McGahey, and I got to run a couple races when I was 19. 4 races when I was 19, and it went really good. I think I might have been a little young and lacking some experience, but I felt like it was a really good experience, and overall it made me a much better driver. But I feel really good about it now.
Well, yes, I think that experience right there is the foundation of what you've got going right now. And let's dive in. First of all, you're running Racing RV's Top Dragster at select events. You're running Super Stock at various events. You tune for the Stanfield Prepared Cars and the Samtech Factory Stock Showdown. Got one to the final at the Big Go. All of these things, had a great reaction time. Just came up a little bit short, but this is a big deal. So the next 6 races, you will be running Pro Stock. At least that is the plan. Certainly this weekend. Have you driven the car yet?
We actually went testing yesterday in Tulsa. And, I was able to make a couple of half-track hits and just make sure I can still drive. It's been 4 years since I've been in the seat of one, and it went pretty good. Shook the rust off, and I think I'm ready to go.
Well, exactly. The experience you have going fast in the dragster, at least that gives you the speed feeling. But the launch, the shifting, there's nothing that can give you that feeling. Did it come right back?
It came back. It came back pretty quick. For me, the burnouts is probably the toughest part about it. But it came back pretty quick. I was able to keep my nerves in check and focus on what I needed to do. And I really want to give the Elite Motorsports program a big shout out and a thank you for giving me the opportunity, because it was a race ready car. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been able to show up and just hop in a race car and not have to do anything to it. So their program, speaks for itself. And I want to give the Janik brothers a very big thank you for giving me the opportunity to hop in the race car and help me partner up with the lead, along with JD Kaufman and JD and Teresa Kaufman with JC3 Energy, and of course my dad and all my family and friends that support me. It's going to be a fun deal.
It is going to be. You're going to be out there at the ropes. You're going to be signing autographs. You're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. All right. What are you going to do without job responsibilities other than to drive the car? Are you going to be able to handle that?
Well, actually, them being able to prepare everything for me is keeping it to where I don't have to change anything with my programs and what I'm doing. So I will actually still be. I'm still trying to compete and finishing the best I can in the points in my Super Stock and Top Dragster, along with the 2 last races in the Factory Showdown. Continue to do my part in those cars.
Excellent. Okay, so the Janik brothers, right? I want to go. Let's do one more factual statement. I'm sure people are wondering. This is an elite car, but is this an elite house car? Who's your crew chief? Who's going to be putting their hands on your car?
We got some great people working on the car. This is an elite house car. This is their car, 100%. And Mark Ingersoll and Brian Self are going to be making the calls on it. It was pretty cool when we went testing. It's just awesome how well they just work together and communicate. It's a pretty cool deal.
Now, okay, the Janik brothers, right? Well, I know that why are they doing this? To me, it's great. And the way Pro Stock has evolved over the past couple of years from what it was to what it is, I think it's a perfect opportunity for a guy like you and maybe even them, now that we know It's not about, top secret hidden technology. It's more about, we've got these engine companies and Elite or pro stock companies, and Elite is certainly one of them, and they stay in business by having people come through like you, what you're going to do, which makes it fun for everybody. But, why are they doing this for you, Aaron?
Elite came to us with the idea, and they Joe Janik had mentioned it before, and we decided that we wanted to, their Elite's program is just, it's as far as somebody hopping in and they take care of everything. They've they're kind of top of the line when it comes to that, and that. For us to decide last week that, hey, we want to race pro stock, that's pretty impressive that I was going down the track yesterday. And so Joe decided he wanted to give it a try, and we're going to try it out and see how it goes and go from there.
Wow, that is super exciting. All right, so what about like the side of your car? What's going to be on it? What scheme, what sponsor, what's, the photos I saw was body in white pretty much at the moment.
Right now it's body in white. We're going to have the Janik Brothers Racing logo in Chevrolet, like the Chevrolet gold emblem. And then JC3 Energy, which is JD and Teresa Kaufman, they're going to be on the front. They're some of my dad's old partners from his pro stock days. And then Elite Motorsports will be on the front fender.
Wow, that is tremendous, and I'm just super excited for you, for the category. Like, this is exactly what people wanted, right? People to try to get back in, and more importantly, like young, talented drivers to want to get back in the pull of pro stock. You've been playing with all kinds of different cars, Aaron, fast cars, cool cars. Why does pro stock pull you in? Like, what is it about the category that has got you wanting to do this?
Well, I joke with my dad all the time. I told him I was the youngest retired pro stock driver. I never knew or never always wanted to get back to this point to kind of get another shot at it. And, this is what I grew up watching. This is what pulled me into drag racing was pro stock. So, watching my dad do it for all those years. So, it's more natural for me. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, it's just a fit.
What does your dad think of all of this as a guy who has had success in pro stock and is used to being the guy that does, let's call it just about everything, right? From building the power to, and en route to success has had, a lot of great people help alongside. The idea that he's going to be able to, I'm assuming he's going to the race, right? And he's going to be able to just kind of observe and not have to do anything and just kind of help you with your driving as much as you require.
Absolutely. He's he had a lot of good things to say about Mark Ingersoll. He said, if that was one person I wanted to have to my car, it would be him. So that's pretty cool for him to, sit back and say that. And then, yep, he's going to be there, and he's there to help me with my driving and anything else we need.
Very exciting. Now, all right, let's talk about actual racing here, because I think, I don't want to put too much pressure on you. I think the most pressure that's going to come out of you is yourself. But I've seen you drive, all right? And there are certain people that just know how to turn on wind lights, and maybe even they don't know how they do it, but they do it. And I think you're one of those guys that you got extreme talent, and you just need the proper opportunity to show it. And maybe here we are. This is the opportunity. You're in an elite car, an elite house car. You got Lump, you got Ingersoll, you got elite power. You're out there on the track, but you're right in the middle of the countdown. What do you think is possible for you? Like, do you have your eyes on a win? Do you think that's in the realm of the possible?
Well, I always say I don't go to the races to participate. I always go there to compete. I'm very competitive, and I always want to do my best, and I'm very critical on myself. But I just want to start off with making some clean hits down the racetrack. And if I can do that, then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? I just want to start with some clean hits and, you know, hit my shift points and just keep it between the lines. And you know what I mean? So if all that goes good, absolutely. I'm there to try to win. So.
Well, I think if you make clean hits and you launch the car on time and just hit those shift points, the rest will handle itself, right? Like one way or the other. Either the guy or girl in the other lane will get there ahead of you or they won't, and we'll see where it all ends up.
Absolutely. Anything can happen.
Okay, now, so the plan is to start out here in Reading. The initial plan, and we understand that plans change, is to go through the countdown and then the end of the season. Okay, so without revealing, long-term details, but there's obviously a curiosity. Like, what are we doing here, Aaron? What are we trying to do? Is this the future road you want to go down? Clearly, it is. How are we going to do it? How do we accomplish this?
Well, you know, I think we have the right people around us. So if I can drive the car well and you know everything works out, we can see where it takes us. But I'm not gonna say anything right now because you never know. And you know, I would absolutely love to race a full pro stock schedule. I mean, that's my dream. So we'll just see where these 6 races take us. I'm excited to see it.
I am too. All right, so let's expand on that.
I'm going to enjoy it this time.
Well, right. Let's expand on that idea though, because pro stock in general, you've been watching, right? And you're now getting involved, so that's kind of the answer. But the shortened schedule, they just released the 2020 schedule, which some of it's better than the tentative one they put out. Some of it's worse. Like me personally, I don't like the 5-race countdown. You know, that's the sticking point for me. Everything else I'm okay because they're moving back and forth between tracks. And if they're not here this year, maybe they'll be there next year, and they'll move back and forth and try to keep those fan bases happy. I see what they're doing. Maybe a lot of fans don't see that. The only thing that bugs me is the 5-race countdown, but I'll save that for another time. The idea of shortening the schedule to make it more viable for more people, more affordable, and the fact that you've got basically 3 or 4 engine builders out there who are making about the same amount of power, taking away that incessant R&D and secretive nature that enables, hopefully, more racers like you, guys like Matt Hartford, with a group of guys that know what they're doing, that they're not building the engines, but they're tuning the car, to be involved. Do you like the way that Pro Stock has changed over the past couple of years into this?
I think there's definitely been some good things, some positive things, and I think the shortening the schedule is probably a good and a bad. You still have to have the same personnel, so you're just, you know what I mean. You're shortening that up. You shorten the races up, but you still have to have the same personnel just about. But you're saving equipment, and, saving traveling costs and all the above. So, that does help it to where some of the lower budget teams can get out there and go race. And then you add in, people like KB Racing and Elite Motorsports that can supply that turnkey operation for people. It makes it make a little bbit more sense, I guess. I guess that you could say that.
Interesting. No, I agree. And I might as well just tell you my thoughts on the countdown. I was studying the schedule yesterday, and I still need to study it more. Like, this is the kind of thing you got to put deep thought into. But what I came out with was this: since there's going to be a 5-race countdown for Pro Stock instead of a 6-race countdown, because you wanted to keep the schedule at 18 races, right? I think I would have kept the 6-race countdown and just asked everybody if we could go to 19 races, right? Like, okay, this number 18 that we came up with, why did we come up with it? It's arbitrary. Would you rather race a full countdown? So every race you go to, the countdown, the fans in particular, they know that they're going to see everybody, as opposed to, there's one race in the countdown where they're not going to see Pro Stock, and I just feel that's confusing and a little weird. So what I would have done is asked the Pro Stock teams, like, hey, guys, can we go to 19 and then solve the problem for good? Because, the last 7 races, Indy and the Countdown, you guys got to be there, plus the regular season. Now you got a 5-race Countdown. It's a little, I think that's hard for me as Joe to explain to the people out there, like, where are they? What's the story? You're always going to have those questions. I would have had them expand the season, 1 race to 19 races, and then put it to bed. But
I think I could agree on that.
Like 1 race is not going to break anybody. Yeah. I don't think, the philosophy is still the same. But, of course, the folks at NHRA, they've got their reasons that I don't fully understand. And that's the deal is that they are making decisions at a much higher level. And so I don't know, and I'll have to go ask and see what they say about my dumb idea. But whatever it is. All right, Aaron, one more question, okay? Everybody's looking for personality in pro stock, right? That's one of the things. It's like they want people to root for. People don't root for cars. They root for people. And, there's the Erica fans, and they're fired up because of what happened at Indy. And there's, the Greg Anderson fans because he's the guy who's the veteran at top of the heap. Who are the Aaron Stanfield fans? Like, what are you bringing to the table for your group of people who are looking for someone new in pro stock?
I'm a sportsman racer, so from the inner parts of drag racing, I might draw a couple there, but hopefully I can make a couple new fans. It's been a while since I've showed my face in pro stock, so maybe some people forgot about me, and maybe a couple people remember. So we'll just see what happens, and maybe I can make a big splash.
Yeah. Well, I think it's very possible. You never want to predict these kind of things, but I think it is very possible based on your 19-year-old Aaron, who went out to the U.S. Nationals and had great success and went through the first round and all that stuff. I am very confident in your driving abilities. All you got to do is get past the nerves of the situation, which is what you mentioned in the first thing, right? Like the nerves of the situation. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Once you get past that, you'll be good.
Yes, sir. That's the main thing in a race car is gotta control your nerves and channel it and use it for the good.
Simple as that. Aaron, congratulations on getting the opportunity. And big thanks, maybe the Janik brothers and everybody that is out there listening to this right now. So to all of you guys, thank you for giving Aaron an opportunity. He deserves it. This is what the sport is all about, right? Like the young, talented, fresh young faces need an opportunity. So thank you for everybody behind the scenes for giving him the op, and, of course, Elite. And I'm thrilled, Aaron. Good luck. I'll see you this weekend. Maple Grove, legendary place. By the way, they love pro stock there, so it is going to be a lot of fun to watch you go through this process. Good luck, and thanks for coming on WFO Podcast.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Aaron. Aaron Stanfield with us on WFO Radio Podcast. Appreciate Aaron for coming on, and I have been a big fan of Aaron Stanfield since he first got started out. First of all, I'm a big fan of his dad, Greg Stanfield. That is number one. And I was there, WFO Radio was there when he won the Chevrolet Performance U.S. Nationals. And that really helped launch us because Captain Chaos was there and brought us out to Maple Grove as we get ready for Maple Grove. We did WFO Radio live from the Nitro Fish trailer at Maple Grove. It was a great time. And we had a lot of fun, and we just kind of got close to those guys and learned. And so when Aaron started to drive, it was like, oh, this kid is going to be good. But no one could have predicted how good he was going to be. I will tell you, I really and genuinely believe he is going to make some noise, and it's not beyond the realm of possibility he could win a countdown race. I'm not going to predict he wins a countdown race. I'm saying if he wins a countdown race, don't be surprised. He's going to be in a car with Elite. He's going to have some of the best in the business making the calls. The kid can get off the starting line with the best of them. And it's just about, can he deal with the moment? And I think he can. We've seen him deal with the moment, whether working the laptop in Factory Stock Showdown, whether on the starting line in stock, super stock, or top dragster, and certainly in pro stock, where he got a round win at the U.S. Nationals against Jeg first round, took out Jeg Coughlin. So, Aaron Stanfield, I think this is a big story. Watch this space. There you go. All right, more to come on WFO Radio. We are going to hear from Tommy Johnson Jr. We are going to hear from Ty Tharp. We are going to hear from Matt Smith, all coming up. I wanted to get the breaking news out there, though, honestly, because I don't see it in a whole lot of places. They're keeping pretty tight wraps on it. Yep, just like that. Right on time, baby. Right on time. Thanks to MagicDryUS.com, the official organic absorbent of the NHRA, Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, the Dragster Adventure. Get your Super Comp license. Go to FrankHawley.com and get involved. Drive. Rodax CoffeeandGrills.com, the Habanero Endorphin Booster, the Spice Rubs. He's got one called Tonsil Tickler. Rodax. Check them out. RodaxCoffeeandGrills.com. HusseyPerformance.net. Hanksford's Metalworking Lubricant, Samtech.edu, and Total Seal Piston Rings, the leader in ring seal technology. They make rings for whatever your application. And all you high-performance engine builders, you know you should be getting Total Seal. Order them up, TotalSeal.com, and tell them you heard about it on WFO Radio. More WFO to come. The archive is loaded. You should be subscribed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or SoundCloud. Download the WFO Radio mobile application. Enable push notifications. How many of you folks use the app? Email me, joe@WFOradio.com. Thoughts, concepts, ideas. But I want to know who uses the app. How many of you rely on the WFO app, especially for those push notifications? All right, more WFO Nitro to come.
WFO! The views and opinions of the hosts, guests, or callers do not necessarily reflect that of the station ownership, advertisers, or agencies.
I love WFO Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Your education. What are you going to do with your life? That is what it's all about. And samtech.edu can help you figure it all out. The School of Automotive Machinists and Technology always says start your education at full speed because they will get you in, get you started, get you learning rapidly. The school is located in the Houston, Texas area. They've got a great campus. They're always expanding. But most importantly, their relationships within the performance industry is what sets them apart. We're talking about block programs, head programs, CNC programs, motorsport EFI tuning, all part of Samtech. They can even help persons that are eligible under the GI Bill. Go to the website, samtech.edu, or call 713-683-3817. Would you rather do something you love as your job? I know I would. Samtech.edu. Hey, engine builders, Total Seal piston rings are the leader in ring seal technology, and they go out of their way to help their customers and will make custom sets for any specific piston you might have. Customer service, top notch. Made in America? Absolutely. They're located in Phoenix, Arizona, and they've got everything it takes to develop the world's best piston rings. Give them a call at 800-874-2753 or go to TotalSeal.com.
This is WFO Radio.